Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here with Miss Hella. So we're going to talk about the other important thing. We just did a video about food and storage of food. Now the other thing that we need to talk about is important, especially, if you're in a flood zone and dealing with that. Now, rain catchment systems, right? Got the rain catchment system here. Potable water, water that you can drink, that you can utilize. If you have a flood, that flood water could be very contaminated, all kinds of chemicals and gas and dead bodies and whatever else in that water, so you're not going to be able to drink that water. But if you have a rain catchment system, right, and so we have like this one here, and now this one is obviously now empty because I just put this one in here, but let's say this is a full tank, right, and I go, okay, we know this big terrible flood is coming. I have this full tank of water. What am I going to do to be able to protect this water, right? Because I have 275 gallons of water available to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this screen and everything off of here. I have this plastic top that I can put on there, screw that down, and protect that water that's in here. Now, most likely, that's not... I don't know if it would get washed away or not washed away. I'm not 100% sure. But just because of the volume of water and the weight and the small circumference, you should be okay from that perspective. So that's one option that you can use. I have the water catchment here, and then even with the ones that we have, here, we'll walk over here. We have the ones over here that are higher. Those ones are full. I have the lids for those as well. I could always go up, do the same thing. I'm telling you right now, here at the homestead, folks, if the water gets this high, we're in big trouble. We need the ark, okay? We're not generally here going to have flooding, because I'm going to kind of give you an idea. Here's where we have, and this has been extended out with the bulldozer guy moving dirt this way, but it goes down. You can see the slope of the land, and then it goes down more. The creek is like 400 feet down that way. Down. It's 400 feet down to that creek. So you guys have walked with me when I've walked down to the waterfall. And so it's a ways, okay? So the possibility of this flooding here is not going to most likely happen, because the water's going to come down generally. It's going to roll down this way, it's going to go that way and down the hill, or wash off the other way. So anyway, so that's one option. But I'm just saying, for people that are in flatter areas that don't have the higher elevation, that's an option that you can use. The other thing that you can also have, make sure you have some way to filter water. A lot of options out there, okay? I have a Catadin hiker's thing. It's less than a pound, and that will filter, I believe, 10,000 gallons of water, if I'm not mistaken. I have it in my bug out bag. So, there's an option there. I have my Berkey water filter. Love my Berkey water filter. There's another option to be able to filter water. Now, I would not be taking contaminated water from flooding zones and putting that through the Berkey. Again, that's why you have the water tanks, to be able to utilize them to filter water if you need to. Obviously, gallon jugs of water is another option. They have the micro minis, the micros, all the different filtration water systems that are out there that are very, very lightweight, that you can carry around with you. So there's a lot of options that you can do, but without fresh drinking water, folks, we're going to be dead within 3 days. And a lot of people do zero planning ahead of time, as we all know. So those are things that should be scaring the crap out of people. Man, we got to do something. We got to be smarter about this, okay? So something to think about. I want you to think about that. Let's make sure that we are having enough backups to your backups to your backups. There's that old Navy SEAL saying, 1 is none, 2 is 1. You know, like people will say, well, how many generators do you have? I have 4 generators here, folks. So technically, if you want to be technical about it, I have 3. Because if one goes down and that one's done and I can't cannibalize parts or figure out what's wrong or that type of stuff, then I have the other ones for backups, and it should be okay. Now, we have one guy here in a group, Bud, very technical with generators. The generator that I have over here right now that I have up and going, I will show you over here. That's my generator for backup for my solar system. You know, that one had an issue. Bud took it, cleaned everything, got it going, boom, fired up, working again, fantastic. I have 2 more over here. I got the smaller one, and then I have the other one over here. These are both working fine. I actually got to run them soon, just to run them. But the one's a Generac, the other one is just a Craftsman. I have another backup generator up in the shipping container. So, I mean, I have plenty of that, have plenty of gas. It's another thing you should probably pretty much have a lot of on hand for power outages and stuff like that. Make sure you're doing your maintenance on your equipment to make sure it's running for when you need it. All right. If you have a generator, fire it up at least once a month. Let it run 5-10 minutes. Turn it off. You're good to go. Get your gas. Rotate your gas out every 6 months. You know, if you're using gas, put it in your car, and off you go. You can also get the stabilizer, which will make the gas last up to 2 years. But if you get into the habit of rotating that gas out every 6 months, you're going to be in a lot better shape. Because you get into that habit, you just do it automatically. All right. So water is going to be huge, especially in a flooded area, you know, or a disaster time. Then the pumps aren't running. You're not going to get your city water or anything like that. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Very, very, very important. Do not rely on the system, which over and over and over has failed us. Okay, you know, so. But so think about that, folks. Think about that, and just continue to prepare, continue to get ready, and you know, you'll be better off in those situations than the people that are panicking. Very important. So there's the solar panels collecting all that beautiful power for the batteries. I'm not going to walk in there. I'm pretty sure it's probably charged up by now. But anyway, keep prepping, keep taking care of your business, and you're going to be just fine. Be smart, folks. The more prepared you are, the better off you're going to be when that time comes. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.